Right now, I'm going to show you this cool scooter. It's an Apollo Go, and it sucks. So my brother got it, and it's really nicely built, and it's stuck on P. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still stuck on P. Nothing. The functions aren't working. We've been through everything. It's very nicely built and simple in many ways. It has all these great features, but you have to have an app to use it. So forget it. Nowhere on these really cool instructions does it say that it will not work without the app. The phone goes there. When you're making an analog type thing like a motorcycle or a scooter where it requires a throttle and whatnot, you should make it where you have to have an app. I'm sorry. I have my own Google Maps if I so need to, that I'm going so far on a little scooter that I need an actual map to get there. It's okay to have an app with something like this, but not have to have something like that. And what sucks is there's people who make complaints online and the answer isn't there of what you have to do to fix the situation, because basically you have to buy a $60 app to get it to work. So I'm going to go download a $60 app for a unit that's not working. And then what am I going to do when I say, you know what, I just don't like it? Am I going to get my $60 back? So no, I'm sorry. It's easy to assemble, and it's actually very cool and totally solid, but you should not have to have an app to run a unit. Simple. Gas, brake, on, off. Perfect. So if you're going to review this product, put in there that you absolutely need an app to run this. And if you don't, then we have a bad unit. So my apologies about that. But in the directions, there's no letter P for when the P is on the screen, which would assume to be in park. So it's stuck in park, apparently. Yeah, like the user manual. The other thing is, I don't want to put $1,000 phone on the top of a scooter that can actually be in an accident and risk losing all my contacts, having to get a new phone because I crashed on a scooter. I'm also somebody who has made apps, and I know that you have to keep up as a developer with all the phones. So what happens, I know that my phone's old, so if I was to download an app, like if he said, oh, go take it for a ride, it's like, well, you got to use my phone. I mean, what? No. Or you got to put one on? No, thank you. So the other thing about apps is that your phone has to constantly be updated. I don't update my stuff for my phone or my computer, because when you update stuff, everything else gets broken. So now I got to update my phone to download a $60 app and break everything else I own. I've rented scooters in San Francisco that had the app technology, and it was such a pain in the ass. We need to stop relying on apps to handle simple things. There are geeks out there that want to know exactly how fast they're going on a scooter. It's like a dirt bike. I mean, that's the beauty about a dirt bike. You have freedom. You're in the dirt, you're in the mountains, you're doing your thing. You don't need an app. What happens if you take this thing all the way out in the woods and there's no connectivity? Now your shit's gonna break down? You're gonna be stuck out there? No, thank you. And maybe it just works by being close to the unit. And so you go with Wi-Fi connectivity between you and your thing, and that would be halfway okay. Except for, what if your phone battery dies? I mean, come on, people. Stop using apps to run sophisticated analog, simple stuff. And whatever you make, have somebody that has no clue how to use your product try starting to use your product so you can see the things that they go through. For the record, it's made in Canada. I love it. I mean, look how big these directions are. That's just amazing. But you left out the app part. You didn't leave it out. I mean, it's right there. Get a purchase compatible phone case for that. Okay, fine. But it doesn't say $60 app. It should be free if anything. And even then, I don't want to use an app to ride a bicycle or a scooter. Or my big fat analog Harley. Or be tracked every single time I get near an electronic. Love the build of this scooter. Other than that, send me one that I just turn the knob and go. Because there's no going right now. Somebody on Reddit said that they didn't get support from tech support when they sent them an email. It's like, you don't have a phone number? Of course you don't. Of course nobody wants to pick up the phone. They want to sell you a $1,400, $1,300 scooter and they don't want to pick up the phone. There should be a warning sign on here that says only works with an app. And then it would have never reached the cart. So to show you the P that it's stuck on. Anyway, this is for the light. One turns on one light, and then one turns on another. Oh, that's not working. And then this makes it so you can break it down. Got nice little tires, suspension. This little guy right here goes into that to lock closed. The other thing that you should put on everything is a cup holder, a phone holder ability, which they have. And what else? Like putting a strap here so that you can put like a water bottle or something. It's definitely a solid product. It's like coming home and Santa Claus brought you this and you're sitting there with it all set up and you can't go for a ride. It's got all these little things, but nothing says, hey, by the way, you can't ride it. Got all marked off.